Hey guys, this is JD79. I'm going to have a little update here. Sony has, as you can see, slashed the prices of the Vita Memory Card. And as you can see, the 8 GB is $19.99. That was they moved it up to $19.99 here, and the 16 GB has dropped 59 to 39, and 79 $99 to 79. I have to say. That no, Sony, I think it's still too much. People are gonna be saying, oh yeah, it's dropped like $20. I'll just go to Vita right now and yay, and like this here, and but I have to say that Sony, I think it's still too high. First of all, first of all, do you notice the price over here of the 8, 16, and 32 GB models? $19.99, which is actually 20, 40, and 80. So, as I notice here, the 8, 16, and 32 gigs actually cost the same price per gigabyte of storage here. I'm talking about $2 or $3 per gig, which is the same thing for the 8, 16, and 32 gigs here. Now, the 4 GB, to be honest, shouldn't exist at all. Look at this, 4 GB, and I have actually had several reports that people were buying 32 GB, and they still ran out of space really quickly. And Sony. Yeah, you drop the price, but you more likely chip the price than dropping the prices here. No, I have to say it's still overpriced. Let's go to Amazon.com. All right. All right, let's do micro SD card and Amazon.com. All right, 32 GB. Looky here. $23.34. This goes to SanDisk Ultra. Look at this, $20 for a 32 GB drive. As you can see here, a 64 GB here is $49.79, and 16 gigs, $13.67, and 1268, 1087. They have a micro SD card adapter, 64 gigs for $50. 8 GB. Look at that, $6.05. I don't know why these. I'm surprised these even still exist anyway. 4 GB, $7.25. Well, I want to know who wants to. Who even uses a 4 GB anymore? Anyway, 8 GB, $6.27. Now compare the price here. 4 GB Class S flash memory card with an adapter, so I can be able to put this thing in here and use it in a micro SD card. I do believe that SanDisks need to start, looking at producing Vitas, because I'm just ain't spending. Look at this. I ain't spending $80 on a 32 gig. I mean, that's just still too high. 32, 23, 34. $32 GB, $80. Come on, all right. I really do wish that. See over here we have 64 here, $49.79. So you're telling me. So here's what I think it should, and here's what it should be. This 32 GB should be $20-30 max. This 32 GB here should be low end of the scale, $20 $20 or $30. A 64 gig should be $50. 128 gig. 128 gig should be $80. The price, and I'll tell you what, the 128 gig should be priced at between these two prices here. 128 between $80 and $100. 64 gig should be at the price of this one here. An estimate here. The last thing I've just highlighted, this 8 gigabyte should be 32. That replaces 16 with the 64 and the 32 of the 128 gig, and should be between $79 and $99. I think that's what the price should be, and I think that's what the price should be satisfied with here. But the 4.8 and 16, certainly the 4.8, they need to go. I do believe it's just too. I do believe the new price is just too expensive. I hope that Sony takes notice that, you know, even this one is not the best prying. Who is running out and picking these monstrous? I don't think 32 is monstrous right now. I think it's, you know, 32 gigs should be a minimum. 128 gigs, yeah, that's a big memory card, and I think that's what should be at the point. Reading the comments here, $80 for the 32 gigabytes. Sony. I love that comment. These are official price drops. You wrote this. You wrote the 16 gig has 37. That's being sold via third party, not Amazon. They have it as 44. 4 gigabyte is $14.99. Oh, look at that here. Look at that. You know, he went to Amazon and he went to Amazon.com and I think that's what they should be in the first. I think that, yeah, I would settle for that price. I mean, that price should be in the first place for $91.87 for 32. Oh my goodness. Yeah, but you know, these prices, I'm not satisfied, Sony. What you see here of what he's posted, the SD cards, I do believe that 4.8 and 16 shouldn't, 4.8 and maybe the 16 shouldn't existed. But I do believe that what you see here, is alright. The prices could be good here. Well, replace the 8s of the 32, the 16 with the 64, and the 32 with the 128, and that would be the right price for the Vita. So I'm sorry, Sony, but I think it's still too much.